Today video listening is the 16th. Today I will do presentation my work. The main reference of today is the methodologies for the non-methodologies. Table of content is the methodology, hardness, tensile testing, structure, toughness, impact testing, fatigue testing, and non-destructive testing. Chapter 7. Testing infection of metals. The quest for quality. 7 degrees 1. Metallography. Metallography is a scientific discipline of examining and determining the constitution and the underlying structure of or spatial relationship between the contains in metal and alloys. The examination of structure may be done over a wide range scales or magnification levels, ranging from a visual or magnification examination to magnification over 1 billion with electron microfiches. Metallography may also include the examination of crystal structure by techniques such as X-ray diffraction. 7 degrees 1. Micrograph of the albumen iron naturally prepared in 1808 by Kohn with Mercedes and Schabers using dipping agent in nitric acid. Fig 7 degrees 2. Jose Ramon Virela, distinguished metallographer who understood the need to faithfully prepare representative surface in metallographic examination. Next, 7 degrees 2. Hardness testing. Hardness, as the term is used in industry, may be divided as the ability of material to resist permanent indentation or deformation when in contact with another under load. Generally, a hardness test consists of pressing an indentation of non-geometric and mechanical properties into the test material. The hardness of material is quantified using one of varieties of scales that directly or indirectly indicates the content pressure involved in deforming the test surface. Hardness tests are commonly performed as an integral part of quality assurance product. In macro hardness testing, load exceeds 1 kg and the resulting indentation is visible to the naked eye. Tests in this category include the Brenner, Rockwell superficial, and Vickers or heavy load test. The first three are discussed here. Fig 7 degree 4. Dual specimen mount for sample holder. Fig 7 degrees 5. Brenner indentation process. A. Schematic of the principle of the Brenner indentation process. B. Brenner indentation with measuring scale in millimeters. Next, 7 degrees 3. Tensile testing. Next to hardness testing, mechanical testing of specimens under tension is by far the most common type of mechanical test that is performed. The properties derived from tension testing, as described in chapter 3 in this book, Mechanical properties and strengthening mechanisms include stress strain curve is showing the elastic and plastic strain gradients of deformation under load. Tensile yield strength indicating when the elastic limit is reached with some appreciable amount of plastic deformation. And last is the ultimate tensile strength or UTS, defined as the maximum load FMH divided by the original cross-sectional area of the specimen. Fig 7 degrees 11 components of an electromechanical or screw-driven testing machine. For the configuration shown, moving the lower or intermediate head upward produces tension in the lower space between the crosshead and the base. Fig 7 degrees 23 example of gripping methods for tension test species. Round specimen with test grips, but end specimen contrasted by a split color. C. Gripping with ceramics. D. Seed specimen with ceramic grip. H. Again in C and D. Soft bridge practice of bridges extending below the outer holding ring. Next, fracture toughness. Plastic deformation in crystalline material occurred by a process of shear, or see chapter 3. Mechanical properties and strengthening mechanisms in this book. The actual measured shear strength of real engineering materials are often several orders of magnitude lower than the theoretical shear strength of a frame. Defective crystal structure. 7 degrees 14 test setup using script on A. A flat specimen with axial extensometer and B. A round specimen with diametral extensometer. Fig 7 degrees 17 effect of tightness on the state of stress and fracture tightness at the crack tip. Fig 7 degrees 18 stress distribution ahead of a crack in which small-scale plasticity is included. Next, impact testing. In impact test, the specimen is subject to dynamic shock loading to evaluate the response of a material to rapid change in loading, such as that experienced by an axle shock when a car hits a cook hole. In the Fig 7 degrees 21, standard impact testing upper tabs. Next, fatigue testing. For subjects to repeat cyclic stresses often fail in service, even though the applied stress may be below the yield strength of the material. This applied stress might cycle between tension and compression, or between a minimum and a maximum value of tensile stress. In addition, the magnitude of the tensile stresses may vary out. Fatigue if the focus is localized and permanent structural damage that occur when a material is subject to cyclic or fluctuating stress at nominal stresses that have maximum values less than or and often much less than the static yield strength of the material. In general, three simultaneous conditions are required for the occurrence of fatigue damage: cyclic stress, tensile stress, and plastic stress. Peak 7 degrees 22 impact thickness specimens in A. Carpi and B is the Isor. Peak 7 degrees 25 Fatigue crack growth for fatigue cycle versus the intensive variation per cycle. The C and N are constant that can be observed from the intercap and the slope respectively of the linear log dA strip dN for log delta K plot. This equation for fatigue crack growth is a useful model for measures of delta K. Next, non-destructive testing. Various non-destructive testing or NDT and inspection techniques are commonly used to detect and evaluate flaws or irregularities or discontinuities or defect in internal system. Of the many different NDT techniques used in industry, liquid penetrant and magnetic particle testing account for about one half of NDT. Ultrasonic inspection methods and X-ray methods account for about another three. And the current testing about 10% and all other methods total only about 2%. Liquid penetrant inspection is non-destructive method used to find discontinuities that are open to the surface of solid, essentially non-porous materials. The liquid penetrant inspection process is shown in Fig 7 degrees 26. Fig 7 degrees 26 liquid penetrant test for surface cracks. A. An open crack draws in penetrant liquid by capillary action. B. At side surface, penetrant is removed. C. Developer draws out penetrant liquid and forms a visible indication of the surface crack. Fig 7 degrees 27 electromagnetic UV zooming position and magnetic field to detect discontinuities parallel to a wheel bead. Discontinuities across a wheel bead can be detected by placing the contact surface of the UK next to and the either side of the bead or rotating UK about 90 degrees from position severe. Fig 7 degrees 28 effect of a crack on the pattern of eddy current flow in a pipe. Okay, this is my presentation. Thank you for to watch my video. Thank you.